What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion Edition, Season 2, Episode 3. So we are still at the field day situation. They playing their games. Safari and Erica are ignoring each other. You know, Safari said that, you know, he need to talk to Erica, but they'll speak when they speak. And we see him go over to have a conversation with Mimi. And, you know, Mimi is telling him, listen, you are going to need to go and talk to her. Like, that's your baby mama. Well, actually, that's not your baby mama. That's your wife. My bad. Erase that. That is your wife. And, you know, you are going to have to figure that out. She was like, listen, coming from somebody who's been in a toxic relationship, who had a whole toxic situation, it's not easy, but you're going to have to figure out a way to talk to her. And he was like, listen, let me tell y'all something. I don't even think he acted, because we know that Safari always finds the joke. Safari always finds the comic relief, and he is just not there. Like, his whole affect is just sad. It's just sad. He does eventually go over to Erica while she's doing her confessional. Like, he runs up on her whole confessional, and he's trying to have a conversation with her, and she's just not here for it. She was like, what do you want to talk about? And he was like, well, we need to talk. She was like, about what? He was like, I mean, we need to talk. And she was like, what do you want to talk about, Safari? Like, what is it that we need to talk about? Like, what do you need to say to me? And he was like, why you being like this? Why you being like this? She was like, being like what? See, you know, I know he canceled and all, but there's a song by the Aura that states when a woman's fed up. Listen, whether Erica is right or wrong, whether Safari is right or wrong, when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. And Safari is upset at the language. He's upset at the fact that she keeps using the term abandon. You abandon us, you abandon us, you abandon us. He was like, I didn't abandon y'all. Stop saying that I abandoned y'all, because I didn't abandon y'all. I didn't abandon my family. And Erica was like, well, you're not here. I don't know what you want to call it. And I feel like we already heard all this stuff on Love and Hip Hop this season that y'all made me sit through, okay? But essentially what it boils down to is Safari's thing is, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Like, I'm not doing the fighting. I'm not doing the fussing. I'm not doing the arguing. So I choose to leave. But I see my kids on a regular basis. Like, you got the whole world thinking that I'm not here, that I'm not spending time with my kids, that I'm not around my kids, and you know that that's not true. He was like, I haven't abandoned you. I just choose to separate from a toxic situation. Now, Erica is like, yeah, I do yell at you. Yeah, I do cuss you out after I have tried all of the above. Now, Erica, I don't know if I can give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, because we know that Erica got a whole lot of with her. A little real spicy, okay? But neither here nor there. They get back, they leave the beach and everything, they get back, and it turns into a whole group, let's try to figure out how to fix Safari and Erica's marriage, right? So you got the ladies, a group of ladies over here talking to Erica. Well, at first Erica and Safari are talking, but then it starts to get loud, it starts to get real heated, and Safari showed us exactly what he does when Erica gets a little animated. He got up and he walked away. Now, while they are sitting there going back and forth, you know, again, I feel like we've been down this road. I feel like we already got all this information. Shekinah decides that now Marcus is talking to Safari. And Marcus is trying to give Safari some good stuff. You know, he's trying to give him the whole, listen, you the man, and you got to be, you got to, be there for your family, and you got to work through this. You know, the whole pep talk thing. And here comes Shekinah. Y'all, what's Shekinah doing there? I'm talking about the whole show, not just that. Why is Shekinah here? I just feel like there are people on this season that we just don't need. They're not. Okay. But Shekinah is trying to talk to Safari, and she's like, listen. Men see things their way and women see things their way, and men got their point of view and women got their point of view, but no, Shekinah, we don't know. We don't. We don't know. So then Shekinah gonna tell Safari, well, you have to promise me. I mean, not Safari, to Bobby, Booby, not Booby. Lord, shoot, Marcus. You have to promise me that we're gonna get them back together before this over with. Marcus was like, I ain't making that promise. We ain't pinky swearing on that. He was like, how about I agree that we're gonna help them get to a healthier place. That's all I got. Is a healthy space. Because I can't promise that I'm going to get none of this back together. So, they having all this. Now, while all this is going on, Amina and Cisco are having this whole conversation. Make a long story short, Amina and Cisco had a little night that they would love to forget. They, according to both of them, they did not actually have sex. They did not have any type of intercourse. However, according to both of them, they was kissing, hugging, touching, feeling. Some shit went down, right? That was inappropriate for both of them. Like, that's your husband at the time because y'all just getting divorced. So that was your husband, one of your husband's best friends, and that was your best friend's wife. Like, neither one of y'all should have been in that situation, and y'all were both wrong. And Cisco, he talking about something, well, I thought everything was resolved after we had the fight. Well, clearly not, because Peter is clearly in his feelings and he still feels some kind of way about the situation, as he should. And Amina is acting like it's not a big deal and she don't see what the problem is and why are we still talking about it. Because you was tongue wrestling with your husband's best friend. That's a violation. I don't care, on so many different levels, that's a violation. Okay? It's a violation. Now, again, Rich is telling Cisco, you need to really go and have an honest conversation with Rich, and you need to sincerely apologize. And Rich asked him point blank, did y'all sleep together? And Cisco was like, no, we didn't. We didn't sleep together. He was like, but Amina playing games. Like, she doing yoga outside my door, and I know good and damn well she knew that was my door, that she was out there. Like, she playing games. And you know what, Amina? I think you are. I think you are playing games, Amina. I really, really do. I ain't convinced that you don't still love Peter, for real, for real. I think you finally come to the realization that it ain't a good look, but I ain't convinced that you done with him, honestly. But anyway, so there's that. So while this is going on, Erica and Safari, they still arguing, you know, they still doing what they doing. And again, the ladies, you know, Brooke is trying to talk to Erica, and Brooke is like, Erica, you really need to work this out, because at the end of the day, I know you love him. I know you love that man, and I know that we can try to fix this. Like, we could find a way to fix this. And Erica was like, I don't want to fix it. Like, I'm done. That's it. That's all. Like, I'm not. No. Like, I don't want to fix it. It's a wrap for me. That's it. I don't, you know, sometimes you got to know when to hold them. You know, in the great words of the damn Kenny Rogers, the late great Kenny Rogers, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. Okay? And Erica is saying, at this point, it is time for me to run. I have to figure out how to become a single mother all over again, because I got a whole grown ass child, and now I had to turn around and have these kids, these babies, and now I got to be a single mama all over again. And all I want from Safari is a little respect. That is it. That is all. All I want is for him not to be out here humping on hoes down to the club while I'm up in the NICU with my baby. That's it. That's all. That's all I want from him. And, you know, I don't even be wanting to side with Erica Mena, because Erica Mena got some shit with her, too. But in this one, I'm with you, girl. It's not even about what the reality is. It is about the perception, because perception is reality, okay? Perception is reality. And, you know, and to his, you know, and to, in Safari's defense, he was like, listen, I don't need to post to my kids every time I'm with them. Like, I don't need to turn it into a photo op. Like, I know that I'm good for my kids. I know that I'm spending time with my kids. I know that I'm there for my children. I don't need to turn this into a photo op. And again, Marcus was like, yes, we understand that, and that's cool. But at the end of the day, you have to figure out what's going to work for y'all and get yourself to a happy space. Okay, so are we done with the... Well, we're not done, because we got a whole nother Erica Safari scene. Okay. Well, it is the 70s / divorce party for Amina Butterfly and Peter Guns. Now, the way I feel about both of them is, you know, y'all whole marriage was some bullshit. I mean, outside of the fact that y'all had 2 beautiful children. That's not... I ain't talking about that. Y'all had 2 beautiful children, okay? But we are now celebrating the divorce that seemed to take longer than it probably should have. I guess I don't know why this. I don't know why the divorce took as long as it took, but it took however long it took. So we celebrating, and everybody looks good. Like everybody definitely got the '70s memo. Safari doesn't look like he going to nobody's '70s club. He don't. But for the most part, everybody else look pretty '70s. Mimi is giving Studio 54 '70s. Like, Mimi is not giving me... I feel like everybody else got the Superfly memo for '70s. Like, the rest of them look like they about to step right out of a blaxploitation film '70s. But Mimi got the Studio 54 memo for me for '70s. And I was here for it. I was here for the change up. I was here for giving me a different vibe on it, okay? I was here for all of that. Now, Booby and Brooke had a conversation about what's going on between him and Sin Santana. And he was like, we just getting to know each other. Like, I know that I tend to move a little fast and I tend to jump in head first. But, you know, at this point, I'm just enjoying our time. I'm getting to know her. I'm enjoying the time we getting to know each other. Okay, that's it. That's all. Now, we are at the party. Now, there are 3 different things going on at the party. One, we have Peter and Amina reflecting on their marriage and how much they still love each other and how it just didn't work out, but they still there for each other. They still got each other's back. They still got love for each other. They started off as friends, and now that they back, you know, full circle, they back to being just friends. Again, I'm not convinced, but okay, I'm gonna let y'all have that. Safari showed up again. Like I said, he wasn't looking '70s nothing. He was looking like he was straight out of the 1990s bad boy video shoot. But he's having a moment, like he's even crying, talking about how he's just not happy anymore and he don't feel happy and he's just sad, and you know, he don't know how to get out this funk, and how he feeling some kind of way about what's going on between him and Erica and the status of their situation and their relationship, and he's just not in a good space. He is not in a happy place. He is not in a good space, okay? The other thing that is going on at this party is Jonathan is in his feelings about, he is still feeling in his feelings about the whole Zell situation. He said, listen, because there are little kids that are out here that are being bullied because they are feminine, because they are living in their truth, because they can't be anything than what they are. And then you have somebody like Zell, who is a part of the community, but is downing me for being who I am and being as feminine as I am in my gayness, right? Mimi gave him some good shit. And Jonathan, I feel like we're going to drag this out because I feel like this is Jonathan's storyline. But Mimi gave you some good shit. Mimi said, listen, Zell's is dealing with his own insecurity and his own shit. He done told Erica that he don't want to be gay no more because he want to have children and he want to get married and live a straight life. That should already tell you that what he's saying to you is him pushing his own bullshit onto you. Like, you are a confident gay man. That's it. That's all. You are a confident gay man. There ain't nothing nobody can do with that. There is nothing anybody can do with that. Zales is clearly struggling with his own identity at this moment. So get out your feelings for a minute, Jonathan, and try to be there to help Zell work through whatever it is he's working through. That's just my 2 cents. Okay. Honestly, y'all, that was the last thing. I'm sorry. The last part of this was Eric and Safari finally had a real conversation without the arguing, without the bravado, without the attitudes. And they had, I think, a genuine moment. I mean, Safari was crying, Erica was crying, and basically Erica was like, listen, right now, I think that we need to step away from relationship, and we need to just work on co-parenting and figure out how we're going to do this parent thing. Like, you have hurt me. I have had to deal with the public humiliation, and right now that is all I got. Like, I can't even entertain a conversation of us being anything more. That's all I have for you. And Safari is like, you know, I just feel so alone. I'm not happy anymore. I just feel in a place and I just don't have nobody to talk to. And Erica was like, but you do. You have me. That's part of the problem. You've been shutting me out and you won't talk to me. But you have me. I am here. I am your wife. Like, I'm the person you should be turning to while you dealing with or feeling how you feeling. And I think, honestly, y'all, I know that we give them a lot of bullshit about doing stuff for the gram, doing stuff for storylines or whatever, but I think that was genuine. Like, I honestly think that was a genuine conversation. There was a lot of tears, there was a lot of hugs, and I feel like that night they probably had sex. They probably did. I mean, I don't think it stopped the divorce, but it, you know. So anyway, that's all it was, y'all. That's all I got, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.